Hi, everyone, and welcome. If you've ever felt exhausted by the idea of working on yourself, this one's for you. Because here's the thing, somewhere along the way, personal growth became another thing to achieve, another box to check, another way to feel like we're not doing enough. We read the books, we set the intentions, we consume advice like it's oxygen, and yet we still feel like we're chasing a version of ourselves we can never quite catch up to. So today, I want to share a different way of thinking about growth, not as something you force, but as something you allow. The ground framework is something I created for anyone who's tired of the hustle version of self-improvement. It's not a quick fix. It's not a productivity hack. It's a way of thinking, a practice you can return to again and again when you need to reconnect with who you are beneath all the noise. Think of it less like a ladder you climb and more like roots you deepen. Because real growth, it doesn't happen when you're running. It happens when you're grounded. So let's walk through it together. Step 1, gather. The first step is to gather. And what I mean by that is come back to yourself. Think about how much of your energy is scattered right now. How much attention you're giving to what other people are doing, what you should be doing, who you think you're supposed to become. Gathering is about pulling all of that back in. It's about creating a pause before you try to change anything. You can't grow from a place of distraction. You have to be present first. So ask yourself, where has my energy been going lately? And how much of it has actually been feeding my own growth? Just notice, no judgment, just awareness. Step 2, reflect. Once you've gathered yourself, the next step is to reflect. But here's the key. This isn't about criticizing yourself. It's not about making a list of everything you need to fix. Reflection is curiosity, not criticism. It's about looking at your inner world the way you'd look at a close friend's, with compassion, with patience, with a desire to understand, not to judge. What patterns are showing up? What stories are you telling yourself? What are you feeling beneath all the doing? The question to ask here is, if I observed my inner world the way I'd observe a close friend's, what would I notice with compassion instead of judgment? That shift from judgment to curiosity, that's where real self-awareness begins. Step 3, open. Okay, you've gathered yourself. You've reflected with kindness. Now it's time to open. And this one can feel a little vulnerable because opening means loosening your grip on who you think you should be. A lot of us hold on to these really tight definitions of ourselves. I'm the kind of person who does this. I'm not the kind of person who does that. And those stories, they keep us safe, but they also keep us small. Opening is about making space for possibility. It's about letting yourself be surprised by who you might become without forcing it. You're not abandoning yourself. You're just making room. So the question here is, What belief about myself am I holding on to that might no longer be true, or that might be limiting what's possible? Just sit with that one for a moment. Step 4. Understand. Once you've opened, the next step is to understand. Because here's the truth. You can't change what you don't understand. A lot of self-help tells us to just change the habit, shift the mindset, become disciplined. But that skips over something really important. Why you are the way you are. Understanding is about going deeper. It's about recognizing your patterns, your needs, your resistances, not so you can judge them, but so you can know them. When you understand yourself, you stop reacting to yourself. You start choosing how you want to grow. The question to ask: what part of myself have I been trying to change without first trying to understand? This is the bridge between awareness and growth. Step 5. Nurture. All right. You've gathered, you've reflected, you've opened and understood. Now, nurture. And this is where a lot of people skip ahead. They go straight from, I see what needs to change, to, now I need to work harder. But growth doesn't come from force. It comes from care. Nurturing is the practice of creating the conditions where growth can happen naturally. It's boundaries. It's rest. It's saying no to what drains you and yes to what feeds you. You're not fixing yourself. You're tending to yourself. Like a garden, you don't force a seed to grow. You give it good soil, water, sunlight, and trust the process. So ask yourself, what does my inner life need more of right now? Not to be productive, but to genuinely flourish. Listen to that answer and honor it. Step 6. And finally, develop. This is the step where growth actually happens. But notice, it's the last step, not the first. Because development isn't something you force. It's something you allow. When you're truly grounded in who you are, when you've gathered, reflected, opened, understood, and nurtured yourself, development becomes natural. You take aligned action, not because you're trying to prove something, but because you're growing into something. You evolve when you stop performing growth and start living it. The question here, what's trying to emerge in me right now? And what would it look like to support that instead of rush it? Trust your own timing. Trust your own process. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be willing to stay grounded while you grow. So that's the ground framework. Ground, gather, reflect, open, understand, nurture, develop. It's not a quick fix. It's a practice. Something you come back to when you feel scattered, when you're tired of chasing, when you need to remember that growth doesn't have to feel like pressure. You don't have to be further along than you are. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to be willing to show up for yourself, honestly, gently, consistently. Because the truth is, you're not broken, You're not behind, you're just growing. And growth, real, lasting growth, happens from the inside out. If this framework resonated with you, I'd love to hear how you're using it. Leave a comment below and let me know which step you're working on right now. And if you want to dive deeper, I've created a free ground framework worksheet you can download. The link is in the description. It walks you through each step with reflection questions and space to process. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. I'll see you in the next one.